guys, welcome to Lorelai's Classic Kitchen. And today in my kitchen I'm going to be making some yummy warm wonton soup. Now it's my version and my recipe, so you guys can use and take what you want from this, and I'm just giving you an easy delicious way to make wonton soup. And by the way, I want to say happy 2019. And let's get started. Come on in. So what you're going to be needing is 1 pound of ground pork. You're going to be needing a bushel of green onions. Also 9 cloves of garlic. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. 2 to 3 tablespoons of ginger. 1 egg, salt and pepper to taste, 1 package of wonton wrappers, 1 1/4 teaspoons of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 4 to 5 tablespoons of beef bullion, or any kind of broth of your choice. And you're also going to be needing 6 quarts of water, just depending on if you like more broth. I like it more brothy, but if not, you know, make it your own. So what I'm going to do first is I gave you specifics on all of the ingredients that I'm going to be using, but some is going to be for the filling and some is going to be for the broth. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the broth first. That way it can start getting all those flavors in there while we do our wrappers. Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do, guys, is you're gonna wanna take your bunch of onions and you're gonna wanna chop the green parts of it, because this is gonna be for the filling, and it's also gonna be for after you're done cooking your wonton soup. Now guys, I'm just a mom who loves to cook, and I love to come up with these recipes for you guys, but they're delicious. I'm not a chef. I didn't go to school for this, but I do love to share my recipes for you. So please don't hate me for my knife skills. So you're just going to want to continue cutting these. Just about that far. There you go. Now this, I'm going to take a handful. So you want to take a handful, maybe about 1/4 to 1/3 cup. And you're going to place that aside, because that's what's going to go into your filling of the pork, the ground pork. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my stalks, and I took off the little curly things at the end already, and I'm just going to dump those in there. And I'm also going to take my 4 to 5, I'm going to taste it first, 4 to 5 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of beef broth, and place them in there. That's 3. Now guys, you have to make this your own. You're gonna want to taste your stuff. So first I'm gonna do 4, and then I'm gonna mix that. You're gonna want to turn on your stove to like a medium high. And now you're also going to want to put your ginger in there. Now gingers look kind of strange. They grow every which way. I'm just going to take the little skin off. You can leave it on if you want. Now I've done this a couple ways. I've sliced them, and then you can strain them out depending, but today I'm just gonna grate it in there, and I'm gonna grate about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And that's gonna give you the flavor. Now this is gonna be for after. So I'm just gonna take the little side of the grater and I'm just gonna grate it. Now that I got my 2 tablespoons grated, here's how you're gonna want to look. But you guys, you can make this your own and just slice them if you want. I'm just gonna put them in there, just like that. And if you want, you guys can also use, like, they sell them in jars, the ginger already grated and the garlic's already grated, but I'm just gonna mince mine in and have them fresh. So now I'm gonna add my garlics, which is gonna be about 4 to 5 depending on your size. See, here's what I mean about the size. See how this one's smaller and this one's bigger? You're gonna wanna put, just depending on your taste, the size in there. So now I'm gonna smash them in here. Smash, smash. Or you can stick them in like a mini food processor, or you can just stick them in whole. I've done that before. Or do half and half. See what mood you're in today. See what you feel. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. The main key to your broth is you want to make sure you're tasting it. When it gets all the flavors through and it boils, you want to make sure you taste your broth. So now with that, I'm going to put my sesame oil. And the sesame oil, I'm going to put a teaspoon. So, or a little more. Or a little more, depending. And you're also gonna put soy sauce. All right, now we're gonna put our 2 tablespoons and let's see if we don't overflow this one. You guys, I'm going from over the counter here. So just bear with me, be patient. There's 1. And the brand of soy sauce does not matter. I use Great Value, I've used Kikimon, I've used all of the brands that you can name. So feel free, whatever floats your boat for the day. So now we got that in, and I'm gonna stir this. And I'm also gonna put, like I was telling you, salt and pepper to taste. And you want to make sure those little broth dissolves in there and gets all those yummy flavors. Look at that. If you guys could just smell it already. And I put about a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm just going to let that boil. Now I'm going to clean this station off and we'll get to the filling. Now I got the workstation a little more cleaner. I'm gonna put my 1 pound of pork in a bowl. Just dump that little baby in. And then I'm gonna take my teaspoon of grated ginger. When I was grating all that ginger, just take a teaspoon and set that aside, along with my 4 cloves of minced garlic. But hey, if you want more, put more. No one's gonna judge you. And then my handful of green onions. You can put, make them smaller if you want, but depending on how you like it, just chop it up a little more. I just chopped, like, kind of like rough chopped it. So now I'm also gonna put in that 1/4 of a teaspoon of sesame seed oil, and I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons of soy sauce as well. Who likes ginger, you guys? Because the smell of ginger is nice. It smells like, what does it smell like, babe? Like lemony, huh?
Yeah, but then it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's spicy. It's got a kick at the end. A little ginger kick. But you're gonna put your ginger and all your yummy ingredients in there. And now I'm also gonna put a pepper, not a pepper, but some pepper. About a half a teaspoon of pepper and about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt, along with my 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And all of this ingredients, like the cornstarch and the egg, it's gonna bind your ingredients together, and that's what you want to make a yummy filling. So now I'm gonna plop my,
Oops.
oh gosh. Guys, do not do this. When you're at home, you don't want no crunchies in your food, but hey, life happens. So now that I got that in there, I'm gonna wash my hands. You guys know I gotta wash my hands. Okay, I'm back now. Now we're gonna just take our mixture and mix away. Want it. So now, with this being done, I'm going to recruit one of my helpers over here. Christian, come on. We're going to fold these. Now, because I open these wonton wrappers, I put a little like damp cloth so they won't get like dry in the mouth. And I have a little teaspoon right here because we're going to like estimate the filling you're going to put in. We're going to put like a heaping teaspoon in there. Because you don't want to overfill them. If you overfill them, then all your stuff is going to come out. So you don't want to do that. So now, Christian, you want to show them how you did yours? He's a pretty cook. I think he might be better than me in wrapping his wontons. And then you're gonna also want some water for the side, because this is gonna be your glue for your little wrapper. And you wanna make sure, he's gonna do the triangle. He takes it, and then you wanna make sure your edges are really like sealed up, because if they're not sealed, then your wonton is going to open. You're just doing the triangle one?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to do your... Here's mine. See, look at it, guys. What I already did. I messed it up. I didn't even center it. Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, it looks like a diaper.
It looks like a diaper. So you're just going to want to take your edges and seal it. Here's another way of folding it, just making it like a triangle. And then what I'm going to do now is wet the tip. And I'm just going to kind of connect it at the end. Kind of like a, I'm hugging your finger type of wrap. There's different ways you can wrap your wonton. He did his like that. I did like mine's like this. There's also another easier way to do it as well. You're going to take your wonton wrapper, take your filling, oops, place your filling inside. If it'll come off. Come on, baby, get out of there. And then dip your finger in water, kind of like wet the edges, and bring all of it into the middle. Just kind of like your like a dumpling, I guess, wrapping the top, wrapping a present, and then pinching it together. Oh, look at Santa's little bag.
Looks like a garlic.
It does. It looks like a little garlic. Let's see. Here's 3 different ways you can wrap your wontons. You guys could pick. I mean, they'll be beautiful anyway. You guys do it. So we're gonna finish wrapping all of these wontons and I'll show you the next step. Done, guys, with our little guys. Look at our little finger huggers and our little Christmas bags. Look at Christian's, how cute. His are cute. His looks like they're praying. Exactly. And now look at, you're gonna have meat left over. Now you can do as you want with your meat, but what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put extra meat in our broth. So he's gonna take the little ice cream scooper, it's the mini scooper, and he's gonna scoop little balls in there. Now you can roll them in perfect little balls, but hey, we're gonna do a little extra. We're not gonna waste our meat. And then Carlitos is over here trying to fry a cheese back there. I cannot believe this guy. So now we're gonna place them in our simmering water and you're gonna drop those babies in. Now if you want, you can scoop out the green onions in there if you don't want them in there, but hey, I'm gonna leave them in there. So now I'm gonna place all of these in there. Just be careful when you drop your little wontons in there because you don't want to burn yourself. I have done that before. Goodbye, Christmas bag. Make sure before you drop these little kids in, you want to make sure your broth is as tasty as you want it, but also these wontons will also give it flavor in there as well. So now that all of your ingredients are in the pan, you're going to want to wait till that comes up to a simmer. And once it comes up to a simmer, you're going to want to cook all of those wontons in there for about 15 minutes. But you can see, I'll show you when it's ready, but you can see that the wonton kind of crinkles over the meat like a little brain. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. We're back, guys, and we plated this. See what I mean when it looks like little brains there? Well, to me, I guess that's my mind. I put onions in mine. He doesn't, you know, Chris likes it plain. ¿Por qué? Why do you like it plain?
Because it tastes better plain.
Oh my gosh. So now we're gonna try it for you. Let's see. Watch your mouth because it's hot. The broth has like so much flavor in it.
It really does.
It's like so soothing, especially when you're sick or just on a warm day. What did you do, Chris? What did you do? You bit it and it was too hot.
It was hot.
Oh my gosh. You guys. I wish you guys had like smell-o-vision and to bite the little brains. Look in the pan right here. See the little meatballs that I told you? See? You'll have extra meat for the meatballs. So if you have extra meat, don't worry about it. And if you'd like, guys, you can also use like ground chicken if you want to make it a lighter dish. But today we use ground pork. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Laura Lee's Classic Kitchen for more of these delicious recipes. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and like me and my chief say,
Bye.
bye.